let's get you high, and then we'll catch up. We'll chat.
3, 2, 1.
You're listening to your number one radio station.
Welcome back to the Cannabis Community Project. Open up, Colorado. It's 420. Time to grind and burn.
This is not your son Stoner Show.
Welcome to the Grind and Burn, a podcast from the Cannabis Community Project, broadcasting weekly high up from the Dank Studios 3835 Denver, Colorado, here exploring the business side of this newly emerging economy while living the lifestyle.
You'll know this. Puff Magic Dragon, he lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist, land called Honolulu. And little Jaggy Paper, he loved Rascal Puff and brought him strings and sealing wax and other fancy stuff. Oh, Puff, the magic dragon, he lived by the sea, frolicked in the autumn in land called Honolulu. Together they would travel on a boat with billowed sail. Jackie kept a lookout perched on Puff's gigantic tail. Oh no, kings and princes would bow whene'er they came. Pirate ships would lower their flags when Puff roared out his name. Oh, Puff, the magic dragon, he lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist, land called Honolulu. A dragon lives forever, but not so little boys. Painted wings and giant's rings make way for other toys. And one gray night it happened, Jackie Paper came no more. Puff, that mighty dragon, yes, ceased his fearless roar. El Puff, the magic dragon, lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist, land called Honolulu. And Puff, the magic dragon, lived by the sea, frolicked in the autumn mist, land called Honolulu. Perched on Puff's gigantic tail, oh no, kings and princes would bow whene'er they came. Pirate ships would lower their flags when Puff roared out his name. Oh, Puff, the magic dragon, he lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist, land called Honolulu. A dragon lives forever, but not so little boys. Painted wings and giant's rings make way for other toys. And one gray night it happened, Jackie Paper came no more. Puff, that mighty dragon, yes, ceased his fearless roar. El magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist, land called Honolulu. And Puff, the magic dragon, lived by the sea, frolicked in the autumn mist, land called Honolulu.
So sick volume. Yeah, these are the last recordings I'm doing for the year. So,
I should. So now that my mom is doing better, and now that I don't have my job,
so you're unemployed.
I'm unemployed.
No. All right. So
Miss me?
Of course, absolutely.
Sure.
Well, why do you say it like that?
I don't know. I missed you.
Do you doubt my missing?
No. I feel like I haven't seen you forever.
Well, it has been forever. It's been a few weeks. I actually haven't done a show for the last couple weeks. I've been out for Thanksgiving, been a little lazy, a little overwhelmed doing other things. So it's been a slow time of year. But these are the last recordings I'm going to be doing until the end of the year. So I'm going to record a little bit now, and then that's going to be it till the end of the year.
I was planned to come next weekend.
No, for my show. For my show.
Okay, but
for
we can
this
still
right
do
now.
Mine?
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
I would like to be able to pack in what we can.
I would like to do yours. That's
Okay.
what I've been liking to do for the
All right,
last
good.
month or so.
Oh my gosh, can't wait. I could not wait to get back here. So when I lost my job.
Wait, hold on. I'm sitting here in the studio with Becca Btrip, who's back.
And I'm with Brainstorm. Did I say it right? Brainstorm.
After her short departure from a few shows, you want to tell us what happened? You were out for a couple weeks.
More like, feels like about 2 months, actually.
Feels like it, yeah.
I think it is. Right after we recorded my last show, my mom got really sick. And it just happened that I had rearranged my work schedule at work to take care of some other, business stuff, because I do a lot of stuff, healthy, heady, and blah, blah. Mm-hmm. So I switched my shifts from the normal Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to working like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So we were off cycled just from, we were off for 2 weeks doing the beer fest. I think the beer fest was the last time we actually recorded.
Yeah.
And then I think I had a bunch of health, networking stuff, my other bajillion projects that I know I need to get rid of. I know, I see you looking at me. Anyways, my mom got sick and she called me and said, I need you to come down. I can't even walk. This was on a Sunday. I was supposed to go up to Silverthorne to surprise my dad for his 65th birthday. And I said, absolutely, I'll be right there. So I called my dad, said, I'm not coming. I didn't call my dad. I called my stepmom because it was supposed to be a surprise for my dad. And I went to my mom and she couldn't hardly walk. She was in so much pain. So I took her to the urgent care. They tested her for the flu. She didn't have the flu. So they gave her prednisone because the way her symptoms is like she had an inflammation attack or something. Mm. And my mom's had bouts like this before, but never to the point she could not walk. So I stayed with her for that week. And then, of course, I don't know why I had rearranged my work week that week. Oh, because Max's birthday was on Wednesday. And then I was flying out to California because I was going to go to my health coaching conference because I'd finished up my program. But I canceled that when my mom got sick because it just didn't feel right. We left thinking that she was getting better. We went to the doctor. They did blood work. She had high white blood cell count, so they gave her antibiotics. So now she's on prednisone and an antibiotic. On Halloween, I'm going to try not to cry. My mom calls me shortly after I got all the kids off to school at about 8:40, and I was doing something, trying to catch up on stuff because I had been either at my mom's or work, so I was kind of behind on stuff. And the phone rang. It was my mom, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot to call. Not that I even forgot, but I got busy tied up making a couple phone calls and follow-up emails. And I thought she was calling about the cable because I had arranged for the cable to come. So she's going to get cable and internet because at this point, I'm talking about coming down and staying with my mom a few days a week. My mom just got here. I really haven't spent any time with her. And I'm looking to have a little space from my household, especially, Willie and I. And it felt right. I could find work down there. I'm already drive to Lakewood, right? 40 minutes. And I could get a job down there. I make $13.25 an hour. I can get a job in the Springs. I can spend three or 4 days in the Springs. I can work on Beyond Sanity, my health coaching program, this podcast, all that stuff that really drives me. And I can spend time with my mom. Well, that Monday, so I thought she was calling to tell me the cable guy was coming. What time? Because I was going to be back down in 2 days. I had to work Monday, Tuesday. I was going to go back for 7 days because I was technically supposed to be in California. So I was going to use that 7 days to spend time with my mom. I answered the phone and she sounded like she'd been drinking for the last 2 days. Her speech was slurred and I knew immediately something was wrong. I still have 2 voicemails on my phone from her that I missed. I can't listen to them and I can't delete them. But a week before that was my biggest fear, that something would happen to my mom. I wouldn't be there. And that's what happened. So anyway, she had a stroke that morning. It took her maybe 30 minutes to be able to just dial the phone because she didn't have any control over her left side. Of course, I didn't know that then, but anyways, I got 911 on the phone. They got me over to Colorado Springs. And then when the paramedics got there, they said that she was being taken care of, blah, blah, blah. And they got her to the hospital. And then Willie came home and drove me down to the hospital. So that's what happened. And so I've been helping my mom during the week pretty much. And then trying to switch my shifts at Ajoya to the weekends. So, yeah. Anyways, so my mom, they never could find the source of the stroke. It wasn't a clot, and it wasn't a fragment or something. I don't know. There was so much fucking medical terminology. But it did happen in the left side of the brain. She lost all the sensation in her left side. She had the slurred speech. And she had no strength in like the left hand or anything. I mean, she's getting better. But the feeling started to come back. By the time she got admitted on Monday, she was out. We were home by Tuesday night, which is crazy. And I think it really scared my mom too, big time. She was, I don't want to get too in depth on that. But anyways, she's doing a lot better. But she's got a lot of things going on. And I think a lot of health things that she's never addressed over many years. And so I think it was just a trifecta. And so we're just chipping away at it. She got an MRI of her entire spine because she's had severe falls over the last 15 years. So she does have some bad back stuff, but it's not actually bothering her. It's just surprising. So we saw that doctor this week and said, her pain is not coming from her back, which is good. The knee doctors, she's got arthritis in both of her knees, all compartments of her knees. So they're doing gel injections, but they wanted to ensure that she didn't have something else going in the right knee because she's never had a problem with her right knee. And that was where most of her pain resides. We're talking big time pain. So they put gel injections in today. So he did say that she has torn cartilage, but has so much degenerative arthritis. She'll eventually, when the gel injections stop working, she'll have to have knee replacement. And then she's got to see a rheumatologist. We do think that she's got an autoimmune going on, which is going to come down from lifestyle, which is, what I'm here for. And she's going to be my toughest patient or my toughest client. What my mom's realized is the house she's bought is too much for her. The way my mom wants to live, she needs a smaller house. She hasn't lived with stairs in 20-something years. And now she has a house with stairs, And now that's brutal to watch her go up and down the stairs because she just can't with that knee. So, that's all wrapped up in her head. She's got to check. I just bought this house. She just moved here less than 6 months ago. And now she's got to get out of this house. So it's just been a lot. And it's kind of like and I'm grateful and thankful that I'm in a position to do this. I have a great family. My job, it's a job, right? And they worked with me up until Monday. So it was fine. It was good. And I told them I needed to leave. I figured I'd transition out. There was a bunch of transition going on and I had my key badge and I'd stay until they had another key in place. I still have a crazy schedule. I still need to take my mom to certain doctor's appointments. Up until Tuesday, she hadn't even driven. She hadn't driven in almost 2 months. So her driving this week was huge. So I feel kind of like I could breathe again, almost like, I can come back to what I was doing, right? Working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and working on this stuff at the end of the week.
Well, it's good that she's recovering. Thank you for sharing that personal story.
I held pretty good together on that.
Now I feel like an a-hole for sending you that hate mail about not being here on time in the studio, but...
Did you?
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, then today, that was the thing. We were just going to the knee doctor to find out what the MRI results was. Yeah. And the doctor came in and said, I feel comfortable moving forward with the gel injections. And we had already done all the work and got pre-approved. This was just doing a double check to make sure they should shoot her up with this stuff. And so they did it today. So we didn't even get out of the doctor's office till after 10. And then it started snowing down there.
It's supposed to snow here tonight, too. So are you feeding her any... Sorry, I don't know why I looked over.
I know.
Are you feeding her any CBD, THC, any medicinal help?
I'm trying. So right when all this started, I had just started her on my health coaching program and my recommendations on cannabis use, which was CBD. I gave her the Stratos 15-1. I told her to take half a pill the first day to start. So that's probably like what?
Wait, what are you giving her?
I gave her Stratos pills.
What is that?
Stratos is an edible that you can find in
Is that a brand name?
Yes,
Stratos?
Stratos. I love them.
Okay.
They'll be a sponsor of this someday.
What are they? They're a CBD company?
They're an edible company,
but
they are tablet form.
Okay.
Just like, for me, it's one of the easiest ways to introduce cannabis to somebody because it's a pill.
Okay.
People are familiar with pills.
Yeah.
Right? It's less intimidating than, hey, here, roll up this, whatever other, like if it's a vaping or smoking. And it's even better than an edible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a nice way to start. And their product is consistent. I just believe in their brand.
Yeah. I give my son a CBD oil that comes in a tablet, and then I, from the tablet, take it to the syringe and then give him a daily injection from the syringe. But yeah, get your mom on
Well,
some
I did. So I left her
CBD.
with all that stuff that I wanted her to start with. We were going to build her up. And then I gave her, Stratos also has a THC line. Well, so they have a CBD. All of their stuff has THC, but they have a CBD, 15 to 1, I think a 5 to 1, something like that. And then they have a relax, a sleep, and an energy.
Yeah.
And so I gave her the sleep one, which would be indica, and tell her to take half a tablet, right? 10 milligrams. Start with half a tablet the first night because she doesn't sleep well. And so if she could get sleep, right, at night, her body can heal, and it would start giving her pain relief because as we would saturate her. And then the CBD would be the anti-inflammatory. And then I would start her on my health coaching, which would then be, Juice Plus, which is anti-inflammatory, and just cutting out the sugar, which we know sugar is inflammatory. That's where our diseases are coming from, is inflammation. But so the first day she took that CBD, she felt she got high. She was out and about and she had a spell.
She got a placebo high.
Well, I think she may have had maybe a mini stroke that day. I
She
do.
had a head rush.
Because that's when she started
Blood
to
cut off from her brain and she got a little head rushing.
Well, she just felt weird.
Right.
And
well, maybe it was her body starting to heal, and that weird feeling was the healing process beginning. She thought she was high, but she felt better.
And I guess it's possible she could have felt the euphoria.
Well, if you feel better, you might think you're high if you live your life in pain, right?
It's true. And after she had the stroke, because that's when she started to feel bad. Like she wasn't feeling good when that happened, because we had been there the week before for fall break, and my mom wasn't feeling good then.
How old is she?
She'll be 66 on Monday.
So not that old.
No,
so
no,
heavy
she's
smoker,
young.
heavy drinker.
No. None of it.
Potato chips and hot dogs in front of the TV on a date. No. So
No.
what's with is it she sits for long periods of time?
Sedentary, definitely. Well, but my mom has walked her whole life.
Okay. So is it something genetic then, or?
Well, I think it's a couple of things. Not even though I'm not saying potato chips, but if you've eaten, my
That would
mom
be a
just
heart attack though, more than a stroke, right?
No, because my mom does have high blood pressure.
Yeah.
So they attributed the stroke to high blood pressure. But I also think it could have been contributed on the fact that she was on an antibiotic and a steroid. There has been documents out there, people said that there has been known risk of stroke when prednisone and antibiotics are done together.
Okay. Well, there you go. I think right here, you heard it first.
Yeah.
Becca Btrip giving us the
Well, I don't know, but all I know is that
be sued tomorrow by the farm industry.
my mom has gone from this vibrant, just retired, couldn't wait to come home to Colorado woman to she's just aged. And before my eyes, and she's lost almost 20 pounds in 6 weeks.
The body goes so quick.
I know.
That, you spend years exercising, building muscle and form and physique, and in a matter of weeks, you can lose it all by just being out of commission, somehow sick or injured.
Just
Literally
like that.
years of life.
Yeah. I'm just thankful that
That's how my grandfather went. 86 years old, playing racquetball, drinking at night, smoking cigars, eating ice cream for breakfast. Broke his hip, died like a year and a half later.
Yeah.
Once you stop moving and stop exercising, it's pretty much downhill from there. So
Yeah.
What's the future for her? Are you going to live with her? Are you going to get her permanent nursing help?
No, she won't need nursing help.
No.
So the idea is, be there 3 days a week, just so that I can be there to help. At least 3 days a week.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 days. And then when I'm up here, be able to have, time for the family and time for my other stuff that I do.
And when you say up here, you're driving.
Oh, Denver, yeah.
You're driving an hour south and an hour back up from where she is to where life is here in Denver.
Exactly. Yeah. And then we'll put her house on the market and start finding something or start looking for something she feels comfortable in because she doesn't have to rush out and just see what comes together.
Like an RV in the driveway.
Oh my gosh. I told my mom, I said, I wish there was some way I could afford a house that you could live in the backyard. Right. So she could be close but separate.
Yeah.
Because we can't live together forever.
Right.
And I'm not going to live with her full time because I couldn't do it and she couldn't do it.
Right.
And we love each other. So we have to just acknowledge and accept that. And then I'll come back to my life or whatever. I don't know. Right now it's all about getting her healed and get her back on where she was, get her back on track.
Right.
And I'm in a position to do that with my vision of Beyond Sanity.
Yeah. What's your vision in Beyond Sanity? Fill me in. So I can participate in it.
It's this podcast. It's people listening that we have control of our happiness. Like, I really started thinking a lot about what Beyond Sanity meant to me. And spending time with my mom is I'm breaking the pattern of unhappiness in my family.
Yeah.
My mom is so unhappy and my sister is so unhappy.
It's so ironic that you're bringing that up. I'm right now in the middle of just finishing a book that I got last week when I was at my mom's house. I went to go visit her for Thanksgiving.
I know.
And I just picked up this book randomly from the bookshelf called The Happiness Advantage, written just a couple years ago. And I'm almost done with it. And I think we should maybe talk about that in your show. Like, we should reach out to the author. Maybe he should come in. But I spent this last week reading this book called The Happiness Advantage, and it's really opened up some new ways of looking at my own life living and the idea of happiness and what it is and realistic, tangible things you can do every day to become happy. Where a lot of times the idea of becoming happy is kind of a mystical, just unattainable.
Like it's something that we earn, or it's something we strive for, but we never get there. And it's like, or
something that comes after some type of success.
Right. And it's like why? Right. No, I'm like...
Once we become successful, then we'll get the money to buy the big house. Then your mom can live in the backyard. Then we will all be happy.
Right.
But if she can't live in the backyard because you don't have a big enough house, it means you're not being successful, which means you're fucking lazy.
Stop.
Just kidding. I'm being passive aggressive.
I know you are. I know. You've missed me.
Don't
I can tell.
Equate my happiness to success, but I think having success would help make certain unhappiness happy and let me focus on the real unhappiness that I have. So right now it's hard to unfocus on my true core of unhappiness because I'm being distracted by unhappiness of daily frivolous stuff like not enough money to do this and behind on this and not quite this. So it's distracting me from my real unhappiness. I'm not sure how to get at my real unhappiness because my other unhappinesses of money and success are distracting me. So I think having more success would allow me to see the real reason I'm unhappy and how to fix that. So I don't think success fixes happiness, but I think it can take certain distractions out of the equation, which we don't think about as contributing to that stress of unhappiness. Because stress is a big part of what I think unhappiness comes from. Not just unfulfillment of life goals and past things in your life, but I think right now in the present, the stress on your life can affect your happiness regardless of what happened to you as a child and regardless of your chemical imbalances. Just daily stress can lead to unhappiness. So yes, money can't buy it, but I think it can help in many aspects.
Yes, I'm not saying everybody's happiness is different. And I think what I want Beyond Sanity to be is that maybe we're successful because we find what our happiness is.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So like you said, stress distractions, right. So I think for me, it's been finding my happiness. What makes Becca happy? And that's a big elephant, right? Mm-hmm. You can't come at your happiness with...
When you look like an elephant.
With a blowtorch, right? Right. I mean, even though I feel like I have melted down, I've melted down internally. That's what Beyond Sanity is like for me. It's been, what is the thing that I need to focus on right now? Mm-hmm. And so 2.5 years ago, that was drinking. Drinking was the thing that I needed to focus on. Because for me... The pattern there is that the only time I didn't drink was when I was pregnant, right? I think in one of the podcasts we talk about my sugar addiction. And this is where I also want to talk about sugar addiction, and it should be a real thing, just like an addict to heroin or an addict to meth or cocaine or alcohol. And we shouldn't be lumping it into a food addiction. We're not addicted to food. Food is our friend. Food is here to serve us, right? But we've become irresponsible consumers. And now we have food addicts. Well, that's the worst thing we could ever label somebody. But we could label somebody a sugar addict.
Right.
Absolutely, hell.
A love addict, right? Hey,
Right.
might as well face it. You're addicted to love, right?
Yeah. I ran into ironically, I ran into a teacher in elementary school from when my sister and I were in elementary school.
Is this going to take a weird turn for the last?
No, but I wanted to
okay.
say how this came up because I have so much stuff to talk about because so many things came up while I was gone. We're going to record a lot of shit. But anyways, she said she's 80 and she looked amazing. And she started talking to me. She's like, "You look amazing too," or something like that. And I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "It's been a great year. You know, I'm a recovering sugar addict." And she's like, "Is that a thing?" And I said, "Well, it should be. Because if you looked at me a year ago, hell, you would not believe it." So I like to see Beyond Sanity is talking about our happiness, and our happiness comes from inside, and we have a choice to break that pattern. And I can see it with my mom and my sister and my mom's mom, right? Perpetual unhappiness. And we're taught that. And I don't want my children to be taught how to be unhappy. They need to be taught how to be happy. So for me, it's been going internal. What do I need to focus on? So that was alcohol. And then it was the food. And so I want Beyond Sanity to talk a lot about that, how society is telling us to not listen to our body. So like our appetite, like think of how many fucking ads are out there of fucking appetite suppressant. Like our hunger is a bad thing. No, it's not. A hunger is a wonderful thing. It tells us when we need fuel. The problem is the fuel that we're feeding it is fucking garbage. And we're starving ourselves. And companies are making the shit that we're putting in our bodies. And we're sick. So I want it to be that food isn't the enemy. That there might be an addiction in there to something. And just come at a new relationship with food. And that our appetite is not a bad thing. Because now I have never felt in control of my eating or my appetite or my food. Like I couldn't be around it. Deprivation and giving up things. And now you could not pay me enough money to ever go to another fast food restaurant. Ever. I wouldn't do it because I have better alternatives that I could show somebody how to go to the grocery store. And for the same amount of money as Big Mac, you can have an amazing meal that you won't feel like shit 2 hours later.
Absolutely. I'm following you in spirit, and I will follow you in program soon.
Yes.
I am not as disciplined as you are. I take a long time to make slow changes, but I'm right there with you in spirit in everything you're striving for, and I support you, and I want to be there to help you obtain those goals, and I want to make sure that your voice is heard. So we're going to get people to listen to this podcast, and we're going to get people to listen to your story, to your journey, and hopefully to chime in with their journey and weave it all together.
Yes.
And that's what people can do to really set 2017 off.
2017 is the year of
For all of us.
learning. Is that
I feel like every year we keep saying this, like this is the year.
Well,
this
no.
is the year.
Well,
But
last year
I
was
really feel like this is the year.
I got to go back and look at. So Amy was my first guest. In February, she did a goddess party, and we did our reading, like a card reading. I should put this on the website. But mine was the year of gratitude, and I have been so grateful this year for everybody that's been in my life. I'm grateful that I could be here for my mother. And I always said that for the last year is that I want to be wherever my family needs me or wants me. I want to create a life that can do that.
Excellent.
And you got to start somewhere.
Well, people want to connect, right? People are looking for connections, and I think your honesty and your revealing your personal, most sensitive sides are going to allow people to connect, and that's ultimately what I think everybody out there in the world is looking for: just a little bit of connection with somebody else on this planet.
Yeah, because it can be so lonely.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's weird, right? 6 billion some people.
I know, and you can feel so alone. And that's what I hope Beyond Sanity is that gets people thinking that, I have control of my happiness. Ain't gonna be fucking easy. Because that's what I'm in right now. The best thing over the last year is that at least my husband and I understand each other better and we love each other. And and that if our relationship doesn't continue together, we know why, instead of it ending in anger. And I'm grateful for that. And it makes me love him even more. And it really, reflecting back over the year, it's been truly grateful.
Excellent.
And it has nothing to do with money.
That's a great, how can I best pun this? That's a great taste of what you'll get from Beyond Sanity. A little bit of food talk, a little bit of drug talk, a little bit of sex
We're talk about everything.
a little bit of life talk. Join us, hopefully, at least once a month. We'll see what kind of schedule we can get Becca Btrip to commit herself to.
Yes.
At least once a month.
Well, we got to get through the holidays, so we'll see if we can record a bunch, because I have a bunch of thoughts, and I do have some guests lined up. So if we can get a bunch of those recorded before the holidays,
Yes.
then we can kind of, hopefully my schedule will come back to normal. But then your
key
schedule
that will make it all happen is you sharing with your network.
Oh, yes.
That is the key.
Yes.
If we can get past that barrier, all other things will fall into place.
I know.
So go to www.beyondsanitypodcast.com. Find her on Facebook under Beyond Sanity Podcast. Look for Becca Btrip right here on the Cannabis Community Project. Follow her every week. Follow us every week right here. And we will, what will we do? I guess we won't do anything. We'll just keep talking, right? We won't promise you anything special. I'm done promising people things. After 3 years, I realized people don't give a shit. Those who are going to listen will listen. Those who won't never would have. So I'm only talking to the people who listen anyways. And they're the only ones that are really making this happen. I'm done groveling. So, I don't need new listeners. I just need the people who have been consistently listening to keep listening, keep liking what we're doing. And if you like what I've been doing, you'll love what Becca does. And hopefully we can even bring you more content.
Yes, I'm looking forward to where this is going. Yes.
What are your end of the year Christmas plans? Do you have any big vacations, big gifts, big parties?
Well, so this is what's happening. Because my sister was coming to Christmas the whole time. But my sister came for the week of Thanksgiving. So I actually spent a lot of time up here because she was here. So my sister's coming the 26th. She's staying till the 4th. Then my ex-husband's sister and her family are coming in on the 3rd of January through the 10th. So we're really celebrating the holidays after, which is amazing because I told everybody you're getting one gift on Christmas Day, right? Which is, you know what that gift is, right?
Is that just your presence of love?
The SANTA gift. And then everybody's going to get their stuff afterwards when the shit is 90% off.
Yeah. I hate Christmas for that sole reason. I hate the gift giving idea. And it's not because I'm cheap. It's because it feels like Valentine's chocolate and flowers. I hate obligations. I'm just rebellious. And if you tell me, hey, it's Valentine's, did you get your girl chocolate and flowers? I say no. Why?
I got her a dildo. And I'd be like, sweet.
No, I just hate this idea. Well, hey, it's Christmas. You got to get everybody gifts. Really? Is that what it's about? I prefer just Thanksgiving. Let's just get food, sit around and eat and get drunk and then, watch some bad TV at night.
So for me, I make the holidays about what we do. So we watch all of the movies. We always do a gingerbread house or a town. We always do Christmas cookies. So it's those things that the kids will remember. And so it's really scaled back each year on the gifts.
Let's just give each other a joint each and not.
Yes, everybody's
exchange.
getting. So
I don't want to think about getting anybody gifts except my kids. Those are the only people I want to think about gifts about. So I'm going to give you a joint with a big smiley face and a hearty handshake and maybe a hug. Maybe. And you give me the same and we'll call it even.
Yes. So I'm doing my shout out. So Kush Cards, going out with Lauren and Chris tonight. Hi.
So you can promote other people's businesses just fine.
Because that's what I do. I'm a giver.
Well, promote your own.
I am. I'm working on it. But anyways, everybody's getting a Kush card from me with a pre-roll.
These are pretty cool. I actually saw these a couple weeks ago at your place. And these are cool because if you're a card giver or you like to give cards, which a lot of men aren't. So here's what I would say. If you're a man and you're never sure what kind of card to give and you know somebody would like a joint or a weed, here's somebody who put some good thought into making a card that looks good aesthetically, that feels like a real gift card. It's not just a cheap folded piece of paper with a joint taped
nice.
in it.
And they're creative and funny.
It's a real card. And it comes with a joint that you stick in there yourself. So it's the best gift when you're looking for those casual...
Well, it doesn't come with the joint. It comes with
No, that you stick, that you as the buyer stick in there.
But it comes with matches.
Oh.
And the card always has a striking spot for the match.
There you go. So that's a cool gift. I might actually buy a few of those.
So think about that as like the new bottle of wine, right?
Yeah.
You're going to go out for the holidays and you're going to buy that bottle of wine $10 to $15 or whatever, 10 to 20.
Hey,
Show up.
Sorry to cut you off, but if I can just cut you off one more time, because I never do that. If you're going to buy a bottle of wine, forget the wine, right? Come to Dank Dispensary.
Right.
Come
Get a
here.
Kush card.
Come to Dank. I will work out some type of Christmas something with Jay. Everybody knows Jay. You've heard him on the show. Don't get bottles of wine. Why? Because wine is what? It's sugar. Don't get wine. Forget about the wine. Come to Dank. I will set up some type of Christmas something. If you don't want to come to a dispensary or if you're out of state, go to the website. Click on the store button. I have some new products in the store. We have Canna Relief. We have the Multipot. We have Cushly.
I used the Canna Relief.
You did?
I did.
Yourself or your
Yes.
mom?
No, me.
Oh, okay. It works great. I gave a whole 12 thing to my mom. She's having trouble at sleeping. She's taking one a night. It's
helping her sleep?
It really works because it's 20 milligrams of CBD
Yep.
along with their other proprietary mixture of
So-
drinks. But we're going to wrap it up here. But I just
Wait, I
want to
didn't
tell
finish.
people.
Was I saying something?
I cut you off, remember? I cut you off so I could interject with my own promotion of buy stuff from the store. It supports our sponsors. It supports us. This way we don't have to be unemployed or go work at McDonald's to make this show come to you every week. This is how Becca Btrip can get out of the jobs and into the consulting, right?
Yes.
This is how I can get out of the jobs and into just doing the show. And this is how everybody else can make it happen. So you support us, we support you. If you're going to buy cheap gifts from Christmas, I got some great ones at the store, cannabiscommunityproject.com.
Don't say cheap. Say if you're in a budget.
They're affordable gifts.
Yeah, we have gifts in all budgets from 5 to 10, 20 to 25.
Yeah, and it's growing. I'm meeting new products every day, new companies. And hopefully next year I'll have some more up there. So finish what you were saying, and then let's wrap this up.
Well, because you interrupted me, because now I don't know.
Oh, well, you better get used to that. I'm an interrupter. Okay, good. BeyondSanityPodcast.com.
Yep.
We're going to get recordings. 2017, we'll get a consistent recording schedule going.
Yep. And so, and my health coaching program, because that's my health coaching program, Beyond Sanity, Total Transformation, health coaching combined with cannabis.
Okay.
Right? I could do both.
Yes.
But this is where if you're interested in cannabis as part of your overall health to get your type 2 diabetes under control.
Yes.
You need, because you can do that with lifestyle change,
yes.
Right? High blood pressure, right? Stress, diet, all of that. But that requires some lifestyle changes. Like you said, you have to kind of figure out what we call about in health coaching is you got to move out the old to bring in the new, right?
Yeah.
To bring in this new Becca, I had to go through a lot of decluttering, and it's not necessarily physical stuff.
Yeah.
Right? There's a lot of mental.
In with the good, out with the bad.
Right.
I can't hear that without thinking of Happy Gilmore, Kevin Nealon
So it's
on
the
the
same
golf
thing.
course, right?
So that's where health coaching comes in, is where what needs to be decluttered in your life so that you can start making those choices for yourself. Right?
Excellent. I'm there on your journey.
Yep.
Becca Btrip.
Yep.
Join us every week. CannabisCommunityProject.com, BeyondSanityPodcast.com. Right here. Thank you. Good to see you again.
You too.
As we wrap up this end of the year, we'll do a couple more shows, and then that'll be it.
Yeah.
And then 2007 with a bang. Boom.
It's happiness.
All right. That was great. Bye.
You missed me.
There you have it, Cannapreneurs. That's all I have for you this week. But make sure to stay in touch with us. Stay with us on social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Google+, Twitter, all the networks out there, even Mass Roots and YouTube. Make sure to follow us every week right here. Leave your comments, give us your feedback, be on the show. We want to see you every week. This is your community, so make sure to come back. We'll see you next week.